Hi, good morning. Welcome back. Now, this Goldwing project for me is a little bit of a bucket list project. As you might remember, if you've watched the channel for any length of time, I had a GL 1500 Goldwing and we did the whole matte black and scrim net rat bike thing with it. But I always wondered what it was like under all that bodywork, what the bike would actually look like, just ripping all the bodywork off completely and turn it into something totally different. And that isn't just idle curiosity. Remember, the Honda Goldwing legacy has been around for nearly 50 years, and the very first models, say the 1976 GL 1000, those bikes were a naked street bike that just had a tank, a seat, handlebars, twin clocks, a headlight, and a big flat 4 engine. So has the bike actually changed underneath all this plastic and Tupperware? Is the legacy of the Goldwing still hiding in there somewhere? Remember, we have the Honda Valkyrie, the big chrome cruiser without all this bodywork. And I reckon the only way to find out is carry on ripping all this plastic off, then take a stand back look and see what we're left with. Now, I want to get all this bodywork off intact if I possibly can. If you're a technician and you work for Honda and you know how all this bodywork comes off, then it's easy enough to do. And even then it takes time. But if you're not, if you're going in blind, trying to find the fasteners and the fixings, then it's easy to break stuff if you're not careful, because some bits of bodywork need a bit of force to just pop them off, and sometimes they don't. They're supposed to come off in a certain way. If you've ever done car bumpers and things like that, there's a technique to getting them off properly without breaking anything. And I do want to sell this stuff. It will only make pennies, but there are pennies I can put towards the project. You know how it is. So here we go. Carefully does it. Let's see if we can get it all off completely intact. All right. Seems like the mirrors are screwed on. Gotcha. That's it. There we are, one mirror, its gaiter and trim, all completely intact. Just a bit of common sense. Take your time. And as with all vehicles, there's usually two of everything, so with the second one, it's easier, because now you know how to do it. Now normally when you're stripping a bike down, you take all the screws and fasteners, you either put them back in the holes they came from, or you put them in a bag, you mark on the bag what they are, and then you take all those bags, you store them in a little filing system so you can keep them and find them in the future. But none of this is going back together. So all I'm going to do is keep all these fasteners in one safe place for the future. Never throw good fasteners away. You will use them. Now this is exactly what I mean about removing panels carefully and working out how they come off so you don't break anything. Take the two screws out the end and it seems that you rotate it all the way forward and then it just lifts out rather than wrenching anything. Take your time. Huh.
Wakes up early Monday morning, drags her bones out of bed, goes across to the mirror to see the the image in her head. Oh, this town she lives in has got her back against the wall. Oh, this town she lives in has given her nothing at all.
Oh. Ooh, Scotch locks. Someone's wired something into the side lights. Oh well, don't need that. Right there, 3 hours to strip all that off. Now she's almost completely naked. There's just the steel panels that run underneath the belly, the massive exhausts, the rear subframe, all the crash bars, so there's loads more weight to take off. And talking of weight, before we do anything else, I want to weigh all that plastic stuff I've just taken off, because as we said in the last video, we're keeping a rolling total of everything we shed off this bike that's not going to go back on. So let's do that next. Four, 1, 0.12. Right. And that's everything. Right, so the weight removed today by taking all of that off is 26.06 kilos. That's quite a lot of weight, but it's interesting that we removed in the last video 43.3 kilos off the back. So we've taken only just over half off the front than we did off the back. The rear luggage weighed a ton by comparison, so now the bike probably is left with a bit of a slightly front weight bias, which is interesting going forward. So to convert that as a total, so far, removing all the bodywork off this bike has removed 69.39 kilos. That's the weight of a person, pretty much 153 pounds in weight, taken off just by removing all the plastics. And there is so much more to go still. There's all the steel panels under the belly, 4 or 5 of them under there to come off, plus the massive super heavy exhaust, all the crash bars, the rear subframe, so much more weight to be shed yet. I reckon at least that much again, if not more. Right, so that's just a bit of fun. The weight thing doesn't really matter, but I want to strip everything off the bike that it doesn't need to start, ride up the road and stop and turn safely. And then after that, with what I've got left, the absolute bare essentials, then I'll start again and build it into something interesting. But there we are, loads more to go yet. Join us in the next video. We'll strip all the steel stuff off and see how much more weight we can shed. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, ride safe. I'll see you next time.
He's given up nothing at all. Memories try and grasp at her feet, but she just walks right on through.